Having lost his entire family in the most tragic circumstances imaginable, Jeremy Bamber was wrongly convicted of their murders in October 1986 and, at the age of just 25, was handed a 25-year jail sentence by the trial judge. This sentence would also be later endorsed by the Lord Chief Justice. However, over the course of the last 3 decades, we have seen not only the prolonging of the biggest miscarriage of justice in British legal history, but also the denial of an innocent man's human rights. In 1988, the Secretary of State imposed a whole-life tariff on Jeremy's case, ruling that he was to spend the remainder of his life behind bars and was never to be released. Astonishingly, Jeremy was never informed of this move and only became fully aware of its details some 6 years later after a legal battle for the information. In essence, Jeremy's sentence was upgraded not only retrospectively, but also in secret. It was not the only time that the politics of the land tried to mix dangerously with the judiciary. Jeremy has since been made many a broken promise, much like when the Secretary of State told Jeremy he would be entitled to a review of his sentence length. Such a review never did take place. In 2003, the Criminal Justice Act removed from the Home Secretary its powers and, as such, all reviews on whole-life tariffs, like the one Jeremy had been promised, were removed. As his tariff had been set by a politician rather than a judge, Jeremy was told that he could ask the High Court in the future to review his sentence. 5 years later, the High Court ruled that the whole-life tariff, again set by a politician rather than a judge, would stand and that Jeremy would not be entitled to release. In 2012, the European Court of Human Rights ruled that the sentence was not contrary to Article 3 of the Human Rights Law, but this judgment itself was tested in November of the same year. In what can only be regarded as a chink of light for Jeremy Bamber, the European Grand Chamber ruled in July 2013 that the British government should, in fact, accommodate tariff reviews into whole-life sentences. This ruling undoubtedly comes almost 28 years too late for Jeremy Bamber, who has served time in jail for crimes he did not commit, especially given he was jailed for his supposed crimes by the laws of the day and continues to be held by a set of rules almost recognisable to those at the place in time of his conviction. For politics to meddle in the judiciary and for a whole-life tariff to be set by a politician is wrong, as is the view that neither this nor a whole-life tariff without the possibility of review was not inhumane and degrading treatment. Yet this is the battle that Jeremy Bamber has fought and continues to fight. Even allowing for this latest ruling, we urge you to head to the official campaign website now to discover more information and, most crucially, what you can do to help.